Hi everyone. What I want to talk about just briefly is showing you what I use for protection when I go out of my home. This is a photograph of me just before I leave, when I'm all bundled up and I'm about to take myself to the swimming pool. So I have the winter hat, a scarf, ski goggles, my winter jacket, and then underneath I have a sweater and either a t-shirt or a long sleeve shirt, and then jogging pants, either one or two pair of socks depending on how cold it is, shoes, and I have a winter rated sleeping bag that goes up to my armpits when I'm riding in the wheelchair. This is perfect, and I'm nice and toasty for the trip that takes about 20 minutes when I'm driving myself to the pool. The only thing that gets a little bit cold are my fingers. I expect that if I bought mitts and put my mitts inside the gloves, that the double layer would be sufficient. The challenge of this, of course, is making sure I have control over the wheelchair. The tip that made it easy for me to understand driving the wheelchair was to control it with the space that's right in here. So you just move your hand forward a little bit, and it would do the same as pressing on the car gas pedal just a little bit based on what speed the joystick motor was in. So I may switch to using mitts that are leather, like warm, instead of my gloves, or double up my fingers. Just before I close, I really want to share a little bit of Ron humor with you. When I left my home earlier in the week, one of my neighbors was outside with two boys that she was babysitting. One child was about 3 years old, and one child was about 5 years old. The 3-year-old was really uncomfortable with me, and basically he was wondering why his babysitter was talking to something like a mannequin. So eventually I turned my head to look to the boy and said, "There's actually a real person underneath here." It made sense to the boy, and I was able to connect with him even though he really couldn't see me. The skiing goggles that I have a UV coating on them. It's nice for when the snow is reflecting the sun's light at me. I bought them because of the cold wind, like the wind chill, and having it blow at me while I was driving myself to and from the pool. It was just too much for me to take this year, and they're working really, really well. The only suggestion that I've been given is to add some type of cloth reflective material to my outfit so that I'm having increased visibility. And actually my physiotherapist gave me the suggestion. Very practical, very worthwhile. There's a bit of gray area that overlaps what a physiotherapist does and what a occupational therapist does, where this center common area they're both knowledgeable about before they get into their own specific disciplines. So I hope this gets you thinking. The final piece of advice I could give you is that it would be worthwhile carrying a cell or mobile phone with you so that if you have a breakdown, you're able to call for help. Here in North America, there is 911 access to deactivated phones. I do have to footnote this by saying not to abuse the 911 system. My thought of it is, if I was to call 911 because my wheelchair broke down on the side of the road, it would become life-threatening almost immediately because of the cold weather, and I wouldn't be able to get myself back inside or in shelter in a timely fashion, and would need outside help to keep me alive. Okay, I hope this gets you thinking. What I've shared with you does work well for me. Have a wonderful day. Bye for now.